Hi there, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for watching. In today's video, I will be showing you how to make this beautiful air dry clay jewelry dish. For today's project, I am using the Crayola air dry clay. I think this one is the most affordable one from everything that I have seen so far. So I cut my piece and I see that it is a little too dryish and hard, and it will be really hard to condition it by hand. For situations like this, I like to bring a bowl of hot water and then rip small pieces, soften them just a little with my hands, and then wrap them in cling wrap and dip them in the hot water. This will warm them up and help condition them further as you work on the rest of the pieces. To create this beautiful texture on our dish, I add ground black pepper to my clay, literally grinding it on top of each piece and then mixing it into the clay. When we work with clay, we need the slip. It is basically a glue made out of water and clay pieces that dissolve in that water. We use it to smooth out our project and to glue the pieces together. Now that my clay has warmed up, I will join a few pieces and start forming the slab for our dish. You will see me adding more pepper as I roll it out. You can skip the pepper altogether if you wish. It's all personal preference. Take your time and create a nice smooth canvas to work with. Add water if you see that the clay is dry and sort of cracks at the edges when you roll it out. In between any steps, try to always have your clay covered with a damp cloth or towel. This will prevent the clay from starting to dry, and believe me, it does that really quick. I cut the shape of the face that I want out of paper so that I have a stencil. This will make it so much easier to cut the clay. I use the X-Acto knife. It's perfect but very sharp, so please be careful. I use my stencil as a guide, and if I see that I have more clay surface to work with, then I will cut my dish a little bit bigger. Now look at my little invention. I've sewn this cord exactly for this purpose. So it is made out of this soft plushy fabric that I got from the dollar store, and I think it is sold in the arts and crafts section, if I'm not mistaken. So I just folded it until it reached the right thickness, and then I hand sewn the edges. So now I have this perfect coil to put under the edges of any dish or trinket or whatever project I have going on. It helps to create a nice elevation for the edges. What I'm doing with the brush here is basically softly pushing the clay down to form a more defined, elevated edge. Dip it in water, of course. Use the slip if you want to. This will also help with smoothing out any imperfections. And I am really taking my time to form the shape that I want. Once I'm done, I will roll out a few smaller coils that I will be using for drawing out the nose, eyes, and lips. Here I am mapping out the placement for everything, and once I am happy with it, I will start gluing them on. You do that by slightly scratching the surface of both pieces, putting on some slip as well, and then gently pressing them together. I am taking a small brush that is quite sturdy, dipping it into the slip or just water and smoothing out any imperfections. For the lashes, I want them to look like they're one piece with the line of the eye. So I will take tiny pieces of clay with the small brush and cover those spaces, and that will make it look as if it's all one piece. Once I am done with all the detailing, I will let my project dry for 24 hours. After 24 hours, it should be safe to move your dish from a flat surface to something like this, as this will make the drying process much faster and more even. It's been a little over 3 days and our jewelry dish is fully dry now, so I can proceed to sanding it. I am using the 320 and 220 grit sanding paper to carefully sand down all the imperfections, especially those around the edges. After sanding, I will seal the dish with Mod Podge, the glossy finish one. I will do one layer for the top, let it dry for 24 hours, and then I can safely turn it over and paint the bottom. If you won't give it enough time for drying, this layer of Mod Podge will stick to anything your dish will lay on, especially because this clay is pretty heavy. This is why I use little pieces of silicone before turning over the dish. You will see it, even if it's been drying for 24 hours. Our gorgeous dish is done. Enjoy your work. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that, and I will see you in my next video.